Alright, welcome back to another weekly recap. So, unfortunately, couldn't post a video last week because I was on holiday, but we're back and let's just jump right straight into it. So, today we'll be covering 4 trades, 2 from last week and 2 from this week. So, yeah, let's just jump right straight into it. So, firstly, this trade was on 2 December last week, and 5-minute break of structure shown on 1 minute as per usual. And on this day, it was consolidating a lot, and I actually waited quite some time for price to actually sweep this liquidity point. And at first, I wanted price to sweep this area. I believe to be 32218. Yeah, 32218. But I swept here, and around here, I thought price swept it. If you guys can see over here, but it didn't sweep. It just expanded and reversed back down. And price came back up to sweep this area and created an order block. It's over here, expanded to give me a tap in, slightly weakening out the OB, but I still count as valid. And came back up for picture perfect snap entry. As you guys can see, no drawdown at all. And shoot and sniper exit. Not really a sniper exit, but TP hit. Locking in a total of 3% for start of December. Not too bad to me. And let's move on to another trade, which I believe is on Thursday. Let me check. It's on Wednesday. So for that day, the bias was bullish and broke structure to the upside. After breaking, I marked this area out for external liquidity point. Price came back down quite fast actually and swept this area. The reason why I didn't consider this candlestick over here to be my order block, although it's swept, is because the range is too big. As you can see, it's roughly 3.9 pips, and I would say it's not that good for OB range. And I waited until it shows me a leg up, which is OB, validating the OB, and pretty fast tap in over here, and then retest, which is over here, another sniper entry, and locking in another 3% for the second trade of December. And yeah, last week was not too bad at all. It was actually pretty good. And why not we move on to this week? And most probably I'll not be taking any trades today, so probably call it a week. Or yeah, if I'm able to find the trade. Where's the trade? Alright, it's over here. So I believe it is a Monday, 8 December, is I'm right. So for that day, my bias was bearish and with a break of structure to the downside, and mark this area as liquidity point and swept it, and price created an order block which gave me a pretty instant tap in and retest, which was a tap in, a retest, and a second retest. So I believe that price will still continue to come up for third retest. Like I said, enter me into the position. Price gone down to if I'm not wrong, 1:2, which is here, 1:2. But I going to hold to 1:3 because I want to fix RR this time. And price came back up and hit myself. So I would say this is just a probability loss, right? Nothing to cry about here. And already collected data on it. So just a loss to be learned from. And we move on to our next trade. So we have a 5-minute break of structure shown on 1 minute, and my bias on that day was bullish. So mark this area out as 15-minute external liquidity point and swept it. And price was actually very choppy on this day. Not sure if there's any news on this day, but price was really choppy. And as you can see, it SL, unfortunately. And price was opposing on that day, as I thought the bias was bullish, but price was actually bearish, showing that it's opposing. So another loss and another data to be collected, which I already collected. But yeah, not too bad for these 2 weeks of December, especially last week, which was great. But this week, two losses, and most probably I won't be taking a trade today. Let me see if there's any setup. I believe not. But yeah, not so bad of a start to December. And why not? We talk about the power of RR, right? So, the power of RR. What's RR is basically risk to reward. And I believe I talked about this in the earlier videos, but since it shows a great example of the 4 trades I take, so trade taken is 4, I won 2, and I lost 2. So how RR works is basically you risk a certain percentage to earn a certain percentage. So my risk is 1% and my reward is 3%. So as you can see, I'm risking 1% in order to get 3%. And in total, right, I'm still up 4% in my P&L. And why is it, right? Most people will see I lost 2, I win 2, right? Shouldn't it be at 0? But no. I win 2 is because I'm risking 1% to earn 3%. It means whenever I hit TP, like what I showed just now, it earns me 3% whenever I hit TP basically. And whenever I lose, I'll lose 2%, right? So in total, this is 6%. And this one, I lost in total 2%. And it still gives me a positive P&L. So this is how RR works, right? This is the power of it. I can lose another 2 trades, right? And I'll still be up for December. Or I can lose a total of 4 trades and I'll be in break even. And all it takes is just another winning trade to win all of it back. So that's just simplified what's RR and the power of RR. So that's it for today video. Not much going on, and if I'll be taking a trade, it'll be most likely in a separate video. So see you guys on the next one.